That guy deserves his own episode or something. We should binge watch his videos or something and be like, ooh, ooh.
No, you don't know. You don't know. There are Sri Lankan, racist Sri Lankan. And trains perspective, that's the difference between idiot and people with knowledge.
Curious. That's the difference
Curious,
with the
man.
idiot and the
Yeah,
curious.
exactly. Yeah.
All
And this
right. Curious Idiots, episode
number
5.
one cultural talk show podcast. Number one.
Number one podcast on the internet. Number one Tamil podcast. So thank you. It wouldn't be possible without you guys.
Hey man,
Thank you. All the gratitude.
Hey, we popping it.
We popping,
TikTok,
man.
we popping it. Insta, we popping it. YouTube, we popping everywhere, man.
We popping everywhere, man. We got this on lock. But hey, man, gotta be grateful to the fans, though, man. Can't be doing it without them.
The trust.
But it's crazy though how fans, if we're just hyping anyway, but once you are influencer or anyone or actor, anyone, once you have the backing of those fans, man, you get some loyal motherfuckers.
Bro, you're a god. You're a god.
Bruh, for real. But can you imagine that, man? Like the fact that they become so loyal. They will catch a case for you, man.
Bro, they will take a bullet for you. They will take it. But that's what it is, isn't it? Because you create an influence on that people, and then this is what happens.
It's great. I mean, and they you know, they start really seeing them part of your family. You know what I mean? You're just part of it.
Bro, more than that, man. They see you as a god.
Man, but we got, but if we ever end up in that place, we got to be careful, man. We can't let it get to our head. You know, that's a dangerous. Like fame is a. You know what? I heard once this guy. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? You're texting.
Oh, I was sharpening my pencil, man.
Really, man? Why are you sharpening your pencil, man? What the fuck? Where are you going? You going to school? You going to school, man? We ain't got no school lessons out here, man. Anyway, what was that?
No, just carry on what you were going to say, because I'm going to add something to that.
Yeah. This guy who said like these 5 or 6 things you should be the master of it. They make really good slaves, but they make terrible masters. Money, fame, opposite sex, and something else. So listen to this. These things make great slaves, but they are bad masters.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like you fall into that fame and you become the slave to that? It's over.
Right, even this is what they say. Where was that quote? Something like that. கொஞ்சம் போல காசு இருந்தா களத்துக்கு மேல காசு இருந்தா நித்திரை இல்லையோ something like that. Because the money starts to take control of you. You know what I mean? You get slave to the money. As in terms of making money and spending money, you know what I mean?
Definitely. I mean, I guess it all comes to the attitude you have the money, man. I don't mind kalatik mela kasa here, man. Bring it on, you know.
Nobody mind. But as long as you know you're the master of that money all the way around.
Yeah, that's exactly it, man. You got to be the master of it. And by that I mean, I guess it's like if you want to dive deeper, it's like don't let that make your emotions fluctuate,
and don't basically don't let the money make decisions in your life rather than you take control of it. But hey, talking about loyal fans, man, I was watching this thingy like sports like top 10 sportsmanship on football. Man, how crazy Messi fans are though.
Oh, Messi,
these guys, one of this guy literally went up to the pitch, you know, as an invader, and he kissed Messi's feet. Bro.
Damn.
I'm like, I want the loyal fans like that.
Bro, that's a different kind of fans, man. They literally look at him like God, you know. And same with Ronaldo.
Oh, he's the guy.
I remember watching Ronaldinho once in a game, bro. These other players after the game, the opposition players came to him. They almost took it took his shoes off him. One guy took one shoe, one guy took another shoe, one guy, and he was giving it away anyway. It was like a charity game, and these guys were like was an African team or something, and they were looking at him like God. They were taking everything off him, like that was a big deal. Like, you know what I mean? I can imagine that, man. Especially if you're in that football world, man, you just look up to one figure, and if you look at the things Messi does, man, God blessed you, man. You know what I mean? God blessed you differently.
You can't become something like that without God's blessing.
Yeah, you see, that's what they say. The difference between Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi is, they say Ronaldo worked, he crafted, the hustle. He was the product of hustle. He put the work in, working. And this is what the biggest, the big footballers say this about these two. And Messi was gifted. He was, he was gifted. He was playing like that from 9 years old.
This is what I see as well. When you see them playing, you see how effortless Messi does stuff.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
You know what I mean? That tells you that naturally coming for them, the effortlessness.
What else?
Like literally driving the ball.
What else?
Effortlessly
man,
doing that.
Bro, that guy deserves his own episode or something. You should binge watch his videos or something and be like, ooh, put some reaction videos out. But listen, what else did the fans do to him? What else were they doing?
Bro, and then one of these guys just went there and the police was chasing him and everything. He invaded the pitch again. And bro, he just hugged him like it was God. Hugged him, kissed him, and everything. And then he's like, you know what? Arrest me. I'm done. You know what I mean? My dream came true. I'm done. Arrest me. That's crazy, man, bro. I want to know, how do you feel though when someone like that, when you get that sort of attention? How do you feel? You must feel like you're God.
I think it's like figuring out, damn, this is a weapon. Like, this is you know what I mean? Yeah. You could make someone's day or ruin someone's day. You got that kind of power. Like, I think there will be good people. They turn out to be humble because they see how dangerous this thing is. It's fragile, man. I don't see them. I don't think so. Messi. If not, we will be walking around with a penis out or something. You know what I mean?
Big God come out, man.
That God.
But this is what it is, man. But then this is again, there are so much ugly side to football, man, like racism and stuff. That's again put you on spot, isn't it? Like,
bro, did you see that? Did you see that when the last Man City game against Burnley, some Burnley fans sent out a plane with a banner.
White Lives Matter.
Yeah. Saying Burnley. That was pretty cool. That's when you know, like, oh wow, it's like some super villain and the good fighting. The super villain is just letting when the hero is like fighting, winning all these battles, the villain doesn't do anything. He just sends out the banner saying, "I'm still around. Don't worry, I'm here, bro. Don't worry, I'm around here."
I'll let you play, but I'm out here sniping on you.
That's exactly it, man. I see you guys making some noise. You make that noise, but I'm gonna just let you know I'm here. I'm around.
Yeah, that's crazy though. But you know what, man? This is the racism. It's a big topic, man. It's like ocean. I always wondered what's racism. What's actually racism? Because you done know there are racist Sri Lankans to other races.
Damn, you know what I mean? I think all races have that. I think that's why it's not a race thing; it's a human thing.
I think exactly. It's just a human thing. I don't know, man. I ask sometimes, why people behave like that, and you ask yourself, like, what is actually racism? Why? At what point people actually, what do you think? Do you think racism as a feeling of hate towards people, or how do you define racism?
I think it makes me less qualified to even say it, but I think I can recall on some stuff that I could say. I can have a point to it, which is for that question, I would say it's more about experiences. Like, let's say in UK, I never experienced racism. because I never experienced it personally. But in Germany, I was able to experience this. Now I can label it. If you ask me what that was, I would say racism. That was racism. When I was a kid,
So what did you experience in Germany?
even stuff like when I was a kid, man, 10 years old, I would get called Schwarzkopf. There would be always, there would be next to my school, there was another school which was like, where the naughty kids went, or the dropouts or something. They were the trouble kids or something. I have to be protected from them. That area I have to go or walk around because they will just bully you just because you look different in that town. And if you ask me, how do I label that? That's racism, right? So it's I think it's a good question you asked. It comes down to events, life events and experiences.
So it is at the end of the day how you feel, the experience, the feeling of the experience is.
Bro, there were German other white people protecting me from them.
Yeah.
Those kids, you know what I mean? So it's something they recognized as well. Okay, look, this is what they do. This is stupid. You know what I mean? And I would say experiences, man. What about you? Like, what would you say? What's your definition of what is it to you?
The thing is, man, is again, maybe I don't understand. That's why I'm really like questioning this, because I'm not sure what's exactly. To be fair, I never experienced racism. I can hands down say that. Even in Germany or in UK, I actually never experienced racism. As in, I have seen people being racist towards other people, but I never someone personally racially attacked me. And hey, maybe they don't want to fuck with the big dudes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but bro, that also you gotta understand that. Okay, that's another reason you might not have a definition to that, and that's another reason you might not be able to understand the other person. My small experience, that's like nothing compared to the black experience.
What's going on?
No, especially with the black experience, the black history. That's some next level. Mine is literally school ground shit, bro. This is next level. This is next level. But
all right. So that's what it is. But then let's say, all right, you know what? Let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? Like, take Sri Lankan parents, right? Hands down, I can tell you they are racist towards black people. They are racist towards white people, right? They would easily. All right. Let's say your mom. Let's say an example. Your mom has a daughter, right? Let's say, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm judging. Let's say a typical Sri Lankan family has a daughter, and she goes for a white dude, right? Yeah. The first thing is going to get objection, right? They're not gonna say, that's cool. You know what? If you would say that, that's naive. The first thing you're gonna get objection, because they don't want to. They see that as a how do I say? I don't know. How do they feel?
I think the case again when you say again what you're saying, it doesn't apply to all Sri Lankan.
No, it doesn't.
The same way
the majority. Let's talk about majority.
I mean, the same way we can't say white people are racist, because that's again not true. Again,
no, it's not true. But then I'm just saying there is racism.
There is 100%. There is. Let me answer.
Let me answer. Like, even in Sri Lankan people, there's a racism exists towards whites, black. Bro, you know what I mean? Yeah, your daughter, anyone's daughter walking with a black dude, you know what? They're gonna be gunshots and knives, everything. All right. Anyone daughter walking in the house with a white dude, there's gonna be gunshots.
Bro,
anyone daughter walking with a Chinese dude, there's gonna be gunshots. All right. That's what I'm saying. There's gonna be issue. So we can't just say only particular white people are racist. We can't say racism exists across the board. Simple as that, right? But why is it coming? I mean, why there is a race? In my opinion, there's only one reason.
What's that?
Tribalism. Because if you dissect human behavior, I think we feel like we belong to a tribe, right? That could be, the tribe could be labeled because it's religious or because it's a race, like what race you are you Tamil, blah blah. Tribe could be anything. You could have 3 legs and you become a 3-leg tribe, right?
Yeah. You could
People with 3
you
legs.
could be
You're saying
you could be a brown 3-leg, you'll be a brown 3-leg. If you could be a
tribe.
white 3, you could be
Exactly.
a reddish and yellow mix, then you'll be another tribe.
Exactly. That become a tribalism. And tribalism, what happened in the tribalism? This goes back to, you know, way back. You know what I mean? Our hunting age and all that. And they,
I mean,
you know, this is embedded.
Animals have that now. Like in animals, tribalism exists to this day. Like every area. Even bro,
they don't like a donkey, right? Even though they're in the same family, rolling with another horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as simple as that. And then because of the tribalism, and we don't like intruders. Let's say, look, English people, they have their English country, cool, but they don't naturally like it when other tribe, white, blacks, Asian, coming in. That's what tribalism is, because your DNA itching. Your DNA itching. Oh, damn! What's going on? What's going on? They're taking over place. But they could be modernized, right? They could not show it, but innerly, deep down, right? You might see it. You know what? 2020, we can't do that. We can't show that. We can't say that. Blah blah blah. But deep down, everybody racist, because racism is tribalism. That's how I see it.
All right, cool.
And that's why I don't get mad when I see people being, you know, because you can let things get loose. You know what I mean? When you put emotions, when you start to give emotions to these racism things. But if you think like that, you're like, all right, you know what, man, you just acting because this is what we are.
That's the programming. Programming.
I know a lot of people will now, you know, jump up and down. Fuck, you know what, you can't do that. You know what, they're doing it. But again, even black people think it's just tribalism. You know what I mean? This is what happened. Yes, it's cruel. It's not nice what they've done, but the underlying reason for racism is just literally what's in our DNA, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, you know, that explains the extreme cases, like when someone is blatantly racist, right? Like heavily racist. So I think I agree with this part of what you're saying. So everyone in them has the tribal genes in them. It's going to be there.
Yeah.
I think that's true. I think that could be triggered at any time.
And then you just
listen, bro, hear me out. You got to hear me out, bro. Listen.
Yeah, cool.
I said, okay, I will agree that, yeah, we have that tribalism in us fully, right?
Yeah.
I think we are in a stage right now where we can be like, you know what? Yeah, we have this tribalism, but I want to consciously be better.
I want to rewire
it. And I think that's the fight that everyone is fighting now. It's like,
exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. And this is what it is. This is what makes difference between a racist and the people who are not ignorant, people who are willing to rewire, people who are educated enough to talk to other people and try to understand other tribes,
change your perspective,
and change perspective. That's the difference between idiot and people with
curious. That's the difference with the idiot and the curious.
Exactly. The people who are not showing racism, simply they are curious. They want to know the other side of the story, and that's it. And so funny enough, I think that's why racism will never go away.
Nah, but then again, imagine this curious. We promote the curiosity from a young age. We promote, you know what I mean? We promote this. Let's say we have this programming, but now some of us have another programming. We're like, you know, we just open up. I think after 100 or 200 years, I think we can evolve into something else.
Yeah, we can, man. But then there is going to be always people who's not willing to learn. Always people who doesn't want to rewire.
Yeah, but I think okay, fine. Let's keep it real. That's what we are in reality at the present moment. But yeah, I think that's why this is why I think I agree with you. I think that's why we should accept them as they are. You know, as they are. Like they can't see beyond that.
Beyond that, and that's their end of line.
And
that's all they are.
Let me switch it up, and let's talk about, from just that point, let's talk about how hard or how much of a miracle it is to switch that on. You know what I mean? From being ignorant and stupid and being that shift, man, that has, I feel like that has to come from God. Like
God.
You know what I mean?
That has to come from upper power.
That has to come from upper power. Book can't do that. Nothing can do that.
There are stories you have heard, like just some incident need to happen. Like a Nazi was this one in America, something story. A Nazi was in in an American jail or something, and this Nazi was getting basically beaten up, and a black dude actually literally saved him from getting fucked up. And the Nazi, when he came out of jail, he actually changed the perspective, and he just literally got schooled, and he understand what kind of horrible man he was.
100%, man. Like that.
And
so
those kind of incidents need to happen, but then those incidents not going to happen to everyone.
Nah, but bro, that's the thing. Again, that even if that incident happens, to have that self-awareness, to see this as a learning moment, that has to
come from upper power, man.
Yeah, that's come to happen. That something has to open at that moment for you to grasp that. But I think the best we can do is just maybe show, just have these educations or even these talks, just so, what I mean, just break it down for people, man. Because people forget how young we are as a race. We are super young, bro. We were in caves not that long ago. We were putting atom bombs in countries not that long ago. We were, experiment with humans not that long ago. Like so it's gonna take time, and we gotta have those conversations, though, man. Just from a young.
That's what it is, man. But when there is a racist incident happen, and you switch your brain and think like, oh wait, this is because of the tribalism. This things doesn't sound bad anymore. You know what I mean? So otherwise, look how much of energy you will be wasting on that incident, wasting on that fact, because you think, these guys are jealous, these guys don't want us to go. But then all of a sudden you think that other way. You're like, okay, all right,
okay, I have an interesting question for you. What about, like, it's not even, we can't even say these races are sometimes ignorant, not smart people, not, they don't know better. Sometimes there's systematic racism happening, which I read about a lot, like how sometimes there will be budget cuts in black neighborhoods first. And that trickles down to school funding cuts. Those schools get, the priority level. Like there's a lot then systematic with jailing as well. You know how jailing is a business, how a jail company can lobby and have their rules changed for them, so they could buy judges so they can imprison it for smaller crimes. And that shit is happening. That shit is happening as well. So it's not just ignorant or stupid.
Well, then again, it's a bigger picture, and bigger picture is just tribalism, because you're on a white man world. Yeah. And the white man world, the whole white man country, for example, let's say in UK, is a white man country. You can't deny that, right? It's not Asians, it's not black, it's a white man.
No. See, but that's different when you say it once, because you say, okay, there are white people here, it's a white man country. When you say it again and again, I'm like getting scared out here, man. No. Who said that? Who said it's a white man country?
That's what it is. So when I ask you, Sri Lanka is a brown man country or white man country?
Well, now, right now, first time you ask, there's a difference. Is it a brown man country? Yeah, it's a brown man country. When you ask me 3 times in a row, is a brown man country, brown man country? What do you mean? I'm thinking the land, the world. Who does that belong to? Who does it all belong to? It doesn't. It doesn't belong to anyone.
The whole world is divided in tribes, right? Sri Lankan, Indians, UK, America. Hear me out, right? So these things are tribes, right? And the systematic tribalism is just basically what you just said, right? Cutting down in the neighborhoods of where the black community is, cutting down budgets and systematic jailing system. Because end of the day, on the top of all this country's system is a white man. right? That could, same thing can happen in Sri Lanka, right? Or in India,
Anywhere
let's
in the
say,
world. Anywhere in the world.
anywhere in the world. Let's say white man goes there, there are a lot of shit can happen, right?
Yeah.
And that's the end of the day. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, I guess you're defining the problem. I think
Problem. I'm defining the problem.
you're
Literally,
just
I'm defining
you're
the
defining a
problem.
problem. So, and trying to find cure for that, to talk about change, that's a whole different topic. That's a whole
That's a
different topic.
whole motherfucking topic, dog.
Yeah, man, it's
That's a
crazy,
whole
man.
motherfucking topic. But
Yeah.
that I think sometimes you forget that. I think sometimes you forget that, bro.
I guess
I never forget that. I'm here. I'm comfortable. This is my home, but I never forget that. I'll never forget this is somebody's land. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, some people forget that, and then they ask questions, why are we getting treated like that?
I think, yeah, man. Yeah, maybe. I think I was gonna say we can be in India or Sri Lanka and feel the same way. This is not my life. You know what?
It comes. There's a tribalism for Tamils, Sinhalese.
Bro, no, bro. Listen, for me, tribalism, racism is one level. There's another level which is bigger, which is classism. Classism, that trumps everything. You can be African and have the bag here. You will be treated better than a white person who their own tribe.
Guess what, man?
Bro, listen. If you're broke in Sri Lanka or India, no matter, you ain't having no land. You ain't having no land there either. So,
no land either. But hey, that's what they say, right? Doesn't matter how rich and famous you are. Once you go in the airport, you will feel the real truth behind it. Because in the airport,
I disagree. There's another level for that as well.
Bro, this is Shah Rukh Khan's words, man. This is Shah Rukh Khan's words. You know what?
That's because they didn't know him.
They didn't know him. That's what it is.
Bro, I remember once. Man.
But hey, look, I think you know what? Let's cut the show. I think we need to talk about this much deeper in the next episode. In my opinion, tribalism is the answer, man. And if you dig
what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by answer?
No, I mean not answer to the problem.
Yeah.
The answer to what's racism.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, definitely. We can dig deeper in that, but I see where you're going with that, which is good. And maybe we should cut this out, man. I'm going to title this the race talk. The race talk.
But hey, listen, I mean, I don't know. You know what, guys? It's just purely my opinion. Just let us know, what do you guys think racism is? What do you guys think racism is?
How do you define it?
How do you define it? And if you experience personally, tell us what the story is. Because you know what, hopefully I will never experience this, but it's fascinating to see some of the stories, man. Some of the stories, like you think it's wow, how a person can do that to another person. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy, and it's crazy. We are living in a time right now. It's loud, very loud, which is interesting, man. We gotta just be present and take this in and see what is going on. See the evolution of human beings in front of our eyes. So let's shut the shop today, man. Thank you for listening. If you want to check out other episodes, type Curious Idiots in YouTube or Google, and you'll find us.
We popping.
Tamil, the number one Tamil podcast.
Bro, this guy makes the best cuts on.
Man, don't hype them up, man. Don't hype them up. Stop.
Go on TikTok, watch the trailers, and it's funny, and it's give you that wow thing. So you gotta watch out.
Yeah, check us out on TikTok, man, under the tag The Curious Idiots. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Stay curious.